Uy, kayo pala. And ako nga pala si Hiromi Hasegawa and nag-aaral ako sa School of Aviation, University of Perpetual Hub, System Delta, under Sir Michael Pabustan. And so ngayon, magdi-discuss tayo tungkol sa propeller and sa akin, tuturo ko yung fundamentals. Bago ko simulan tong video na to, nagtanong-tanong muna ako sa iba't ibang tao para malaman kung meron ba silang kaalaman tungkol sa isang propeller. Ano yung propeller?
Hindi ko alam yun. Ano ba yan?
Be, ano yung propeller?
Ano ko?
Ate, ano yung propeller?
Hindi ko alam.
So, ayun nga. Wala tayong nakuhang magandang informasyon kaya I therefore conclude na madami pa ring tao ang hindi nakakaalam kung anong isang propeller. Okay, so the principle used in the propeller is what we called Archemedes Screw. So, ano nga ba tong Archemedes Screw? Guys, para sabihin sa inyo, ang Archemedes Screw is basically, iikot mo lang yung lever. Kapag halimbawa inikot mo na yung lever, yung water na nanggaling dun sa ilalim, aangat siya through this Archemedes Screw. Kasi merong rotational action or merong rotation na nangyayari yung metal para umangat yung water. So meron na kayong knowledge ngayon kung saan nagmula ang propeller. Pero ang tanong, di ba, ano nga ba ang propeller? So a propeller is a rotating airfoil consists of two or more blades attached to a central hub which is mounted on an engine shaft. Basically, the function of a propeller is to convert engine horsepower to a useful thrust. Before starting any discussion about propellers, it is necessary to define some basic terms, and it is important that these basic terms be understood by all concerned. An aircraft propeller has 2 or 4 blades attached to a propeller hub. Each blade has a leading edge, trailing edge, a tip, shank, face, and the back. Okay, so ano tong mga to? Blade leading edge, the blunt edge of the blade that heads into the air when the propeller rotates. Blade trailing edge, the sharp edge of the blade opposite the leading edge. Blade back is the cambered side of the blade which is always located towards in the front of the aeroplanes. Blade face, the flat side of the blade which is always located towards the rear of the aeroplanes. And the blade shank. Blade shank is the round portion of the blade near the hub on removable blade propeller. At syempre, meron din naman tayong tinatawag na blade station. Blade station are designated distances along the blade as measured from the center of the hub or from some reference line marked near the tip. Theoretically, distance measured on the blade at 6 inches, interval from the center of the hub out of the tip, used for measuring blade angle, anti-glare areas, and etc. Each propeller has a designated stations on its blade called the master station, where blade angle is measured on blades. Blade element. A blade element is a thin strips or slice of a blade at a station. So, para malaman nyo kung ano ang blade element, kunyari, ito ang blade station. Ang blade station, meron niyang composed ng mga 6 inches. Yung isang 6 inches na yun, guys, ayun yung blade element. Basic terms involving the propeller blade element and the propeller theory are relative air direction, blade angle, angle of attack, and the aerodynamic reaction forces. Ano nga ba yung mga yun? So, relative air direction. When the propeller is rotating and the aircraft is moving in flight, propeller blade is receiving air on its every element in a direction, which is the vector summation of the components of air velocity. Blade angle. Blade angle, the acute angle formed between the chord of a particular blade section and the plane of a blade rotation. The blade angle will vary along the length of the blade from the root to the top. Angle of attack. The acute angle formed between the chord of a particular blade section and the direction relative airflow. Meron din tayong tinatawag na geometric pitch. Geometric pitch is the distance this particular element will move forward in one revolution along helix or spiral determined by its blade angle. So, kung makikita nyo dito sa geometric pitch natin, meron pang dalawa. Yun yung tinatawag na effective pitch at saka propeller slip. Ano nga ba yung effective pitch? Effective pitch is the actual linear distance the propeller moves forward in one revolution when action in air during flight. And the propeller slip, the difference between the geometric and the effective pitch. Okay, so nabigyan ko na kayo ng onting knowledge tungkol sa propeller. Binigyan ko na kayo kung paano to nagmula, ano yung idea nito. Ngayon, oras naman na para malaman nyo kung ano-ano yung mga types of propeller. Meron tayong 6 types of propeller. Yun yung tinatawag na fixed pitch propeller, adjustable pitch propeller, controllable pitch propeller, constant speed propeller, reverse thrust propeller, and last but not the least is the contra-rotating propeller. Okay guys, huwag kayong mag-alala. Explain natin niya isa-isa. Fixed pitch propeller, a one-piece propeller on which no adjustment of blade angle can be made. Adjustable pitch propeller, a propeller with a split hub, allows the adjustment of blade on the ground but not in flight. Controllable pitch propeller, a propeller which permits adjustment of the blade angles to only position in flight, fine and coarse angle. Constant speed propeller, a propeller which automatically maintains the constant RPM by changing the blade angle with the help of the governor. Reverse thrust propeller, a propeller which permits rotation of blades to a negative angle so that a reverse thrust can be obtained. Contra-rotating propeller. A contra-rotating propeller is a two propeller mounted in line on concentric shaft and turning in opposite direction. Herumi, ano ba yung mga yun? Hindi ko na naman naintindihan. A fixed pitch propeller, guys, ayun yung isang buong piraso siya ng propeller na ilalagay doon sa aircraft niya. So, kung ano yung angle ng dalawang propeller na yun, ng dalawang side ng propeller, meaning nun, ayun na yun. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng i-adjust. Next is the adjustable pitch propeller. Guys, dito sa adjustable pitch propeller natin, pwede natin siyang i-adjust. Pero bawal natin siyang i-adjust habang lumilipad yung aircraft natin. Okay. Next is the controllable pitch propeller. Ano nga ba itong controllable pitch propeller? Ang controllable pitch propeller, pwede natin siyang i-adjust o pwede din siyang i-adjust habang nalipad. Pero ang bawal dito sa controllable pitch propeller natin, for example, dadaan siya sa may mga clouds, then syempre, turbulence, bawal natin siya dun i-adjust. Kasi ang mangyayari nun, masisira yung mechanism ng isang propeller natin. Then, constant speed propeller. Dito sa propeller na to guys, ang mangyayari nun, automatic na nag-a-adjust yung propeller natin para ma-reach yung isang certain na RPM, then tuloy-tuloy na yung RPM na yun, doon lang siya. Then next is the reverse thrust propeller. Guys, ito yung maganda, reverse thrust propeller. Ang reverse thrust propeller natin guys, kunyari, ito yung andar ng propeller natin, nakaganyan yung angle niya. Then umiikot siya ng ganyan. Ngayon ang mangyayari doon sa adjustable natin is iikot siya na paganyan para yung andar niya is pabalik naman siya. Yun yung kinaganda ng reverse thrust propeller. Contra-rotating propeller. Ang contra-rotating propeller guys is dalawang propeller siya. Pero ang nangyayari lang doon is magkaiba yung andar niya pag ganun. Okay, so para sa last na topic na ituturo ko sa inyo is yun yung different forces acting on the propeller. So, syempre nga naman kapag ang propeller is gumagalaw, meron nga naman itong force na naimbento or nagagawa. So, ano-ano nga ba yung forces na nagagawa ng isang propeller? Unang-una, yun yung centrifugal force. Centrifugal force can best be described as the force which tries to pull the blades out of the hub. So, ang nangyayari nun, binabaltak. Okay, so meron pang isa, thrust bending force. Thrust bending force attempts to bend the propeller blades forward at the tips because the lift towards the tip of the blade flexes thin blade section forward. So, ang nangyayari doon, nagwi-wiggle pag gumagano. Then, parang nagkakos siya ng bend. The next is the torque bending force. Torque bending force tries to bend the propeller blade back in the direction opposite the direction of rotation. Aerodynamic twisting moment. Aerodynamic twisting moment tries to twist a blade to higher angle. This force is produced because the axis of rotation of the blade is at the midpoint of the chord line while the center of the lift of the blade is forward of this axis. Centrifugal twisting moment. Centrifugal twisting moment tries to decrease the blade angle and opposes aerodynamic twisting moment. This tendency to decrease the blade angle is produced since all the parts of the rotating propeller try to move in the same plane of rotation as the blade center line. And lastly, vibration, critical range, and resonance. When a propeller produces thrust, aerodynamic and mechanical forces are present which cause the blade to vibrate. If this is not compensated for in the design, this vibration may cause excessive flexing and work hardening of the metal and may even result in section of the propeller blade breaking off in flight. And lahat ng forces na yun possible mag-apply sa isang propeller sabay-sabay. So guys, dito na nagtatapos yung lecture ko. I hope you guys like it, and ako si Romy Hasegawa under Sir Pabustan. Peace.